In the last issue, the Kingpin battled the Schemer, and the Schemer kidnapped Vanessa, the Kingpin's wife. But it turns out that that wasn't true at all, as Vanessa appears from the shadows to reassure the Kingpin that she's safe. She simply hid from the violence. And the Schemer is rattled. Vanessa saw something in him. Did she guess his true identity? He's so shaken that he drives his car off the road and crashes. And now he needs to repair his fancy car. We're reading every Spider-Man ever, and this is The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 85, The Secret of the Schemer. Peter Parker is struggling to study and wondering how he'll get money for Gwen's birthday when he receives some visitors, Gwen Stacy and her father George. They're curious how Peter Parker is able to get such candid pictures of Spider-Man. That can't just be coincidence, right? They're on to him. Peter pretends to have some photos developing in another room and then uses that opportunity to change into Spider-Man, dive out of the window, and then come into the room where Gwen and George sit, looking for Peter. As Spidey, he plays it angry, saying that he has an arrangement with Peter that he gets half of the money from the photos, and Gwen lies to him, telling Spider-Man that Peter left hours ago. So Spidey makes some threats and leaves, watching the Stacys from a distance until they leave his apartment. Then he swings out into the city in search of the Schemer. Meanwhile and elsewhere, the Kingpin is reading the Daily Bugle and he's mad. Why are there photos of his fight with the Schemer? He didn't see a photographer, but then he spots a particular photograph that raises his ire further. Vanessa helping the Schemer escape. How could she do this to him? How could she betray him like this? But she cannot explain. She loves the Kingpin, but she asks that he trusts her on this. Back with Spider-Man, and he's just discovered the Schemer's car, left abandoned after his crash. But when Spidey goes inside, he discovers that it's booby-trapped and the car explodes on him. Thankfully, his spider strength helps him survive. In the snow, he spots footprints leading away from the car, and Spider-Man follows them to find the Schemer, looking for car parts. Spidey swings in and fights the villain, dodging hidden blades and stun nozzles, but catches a gas grenade to his chest, disorienting him. And as he fights, he doesn't know that Gwen Stacy is worried about Peter Parker. So worried that she goes back to his apartment with her father and finds him missing. It must have been Spider-Man. He must have returned and kidnapped Peter. And so they call the police. Back with Spider-Man, and he's made a bolo out of webs to spin and clear the gas, and he chases the Schemer out of a window, saving the villain before he hits the ground. Then, hoping to claim the reward money for the Schemer's capture, he delivers the Schemer to the police at the address listed on the wanted poster. But his spider sense is giving him a warning, and he quickly learns why when large metal walls slam down and the Kingpin appears, dropping a magnetized net on Spider-Man. It seemed it wasn't a real wanted poster at all, but a plot from the Kingpin to trap the Schemer. With Spidey captured, the Kingpin roughs up the Schemer, demanding to know what his connection is with Vanessa, and so the Schemer tells him. He talks about a boy in Europe who loved his father until he discovered that his father was a crime czar. And so, despondent, he disappeared into the mountains, presumed dead, needing to die to take on a new identity and using his father's money to build gadgets and a criminal empire. And when the Kingpin still doesn't understand, the Schemer takes off his mask to reveal himself as Richard Fisk, the Kingpin's son. And the Kingpin reels in shock. His son is dead. His son hates him? Then the Kingpin falls into catatonia, unable to be awoken by his son or by his wife, and statue still even when Spider-Man breaks free of the net. He just stares ahead as Spider-Man escapes, leaving the Kingpin to his fate. After all, what punishment can Spider-Man deliver which could compare to what the Kingpin has been through? Thanks for watching and joining me on this journey to read every Spider-Man comic ever. If you want to support the channel, you can like and subscribe, or you can get early and exclusive episodes on Patreon or by joining the channel. Next week, the Black Widow wants Spider-Man's powers, but until that issue, here's a fun fact about this one. We find out what happens to the Kingpin and his son in the pages of Captain America and the Falcon, issues 145 through to 148, where we learn that Richard Fisk has taken on another villainous persona, and the Kingpin's not going to be back to fighting Spidey until 1977.